54 years ago today, Urban Meyer was born at Toledo's Mercy Hospital. So what do you give the man who can afford just about anything on his birthday? I said $10 million. It makes about $6 million a year. But how about a power washer? Okay. At least according to his wife, Shelly Meyer, earlier today on Twitter, and that's where we go for all things. When asked what Urban was getting for his birthday, she tweeted this photo, a power washer. How about Ohio State recruiting? A little bit more interesting, maybe, from Mark Coots and Jeremy Birmingham.
They say all is fair in love and war and recruiting. Jeremy Birmingham from LettermanRoad.com joins us now. And Jeremy, one of the last times we talked quite a bit about Zack Harrison, the young man from Olentangy, just outside of Columbus, one of the few guys that is being actively recruited by both Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, it's a really unique personality type. He's 6'6", 250 pounds, runs a 4.5 type of guy, so he's recruited by everybody across the country. He's also extremely focused on his education, also extremely quiet and reserved and private, and looking for a school that's close to home, doesn't really want the big experience, doesn't go out and do all the social media recruiting and all that stuff. So he's kind of a good fit for both schools. And out in Dallas at the opening, he talked about how they were similar, and everyone that was there talking to him was like, "Are you talking about Ohio State and Michigan?" Because, you know, for fans, the idea is that they're so polar opposite, but for a recruit going through the process with Jim Harbaugh and Urban Meyer, I guess they're kind of the same.
One of the interesting things about this recruitment, kind of the new battleground in recruiting in the offseason, is the internet, Twitter, social media, and some shots fired by the Michigan folks and counter fired by Ohio State on Twitter with Harrison.
Yeah, the Michigan recruiting, the graphics team decided to put out a graphic showing all the players from Michigan that have left the state of Ohio and gone to Michigan and succeeded. But unfortunately, none of them have been from this century, and most of them were from well beyond when Zack was alive. Anybody that's from this century has never beaten Ohio State. So it sort of falls a little short, I think, and rings a little hollow. The Buckeyes just, you know, with a little shot back, put out these are the players from Ohio that have made it to the NFL since 2012, and there was like 18 guys. So it's an uphill battle for Michigan right now, but they are maintaining their place in the fight, and they've done a good job proving to Zack and his family that, hey, maybe 2.5 hours away from home isn't really far if you prefer what we're offering in Ann Arbor as opposed to what's at Columbus.
Harrison, part of the 2019 recruiting class, and 2019 for Ohio State is a strong class, which is what you would expect from Urban Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's the 6th-ranked class in the country. The Buckeyes just added a commitment on Monday afternoon from Kane Patterson, a 4-star linebacker from Tennessee. So they went into Nashville and got another good player. That's the 3rd player from Nashville in the last 2 years. This one, the linebacker, had offers from Alabama, Texas A&M, Tennessee. But, you know, the Buckeyes continue to just kind of plod along. Michigan's been hot in that respect in the last few weeks. I think most people anticipate Ohio State will still pass them and win the Big Ten recruiting title again for the 10th straight year. But there certainly is a little bit of juice right now for the Wolverines, and the Buckeyes are just kind of doing the slow but steady thing right now.